Hello everyone, in the previous video we have started to learn how to program in mode 1. Let's continue the same by taking still more examples. We know whenever we are using the timers, maybe it is timer 0 or timer 1, we need to load the initial values into the higher byte and lower byte, and that is what we have taken the registers as TH and TL, right? So today let's learn how to find the initial value which has to be loaded into this TH and TL. So for this we know the crystal frequency for this 8051, it is generally supported as 11.0592 megahertz. So now we have to find out the timer frequency. From that period we will find out. So timer frequency, we know it has to be calculated as 1 by 12th of the crystal frequency, right? From that we will calculate the period. We will convert that value into the decimal, right, into the decimal, and then we will subtract that number from its maximum value, and we will convert back this to a hexa so that we can load that value as the initial values into the TH and TL. So let's take an example so that we can understand it in a better way. For example, here we have taken the example where the crystal frequency what we have taken is 11.0592, right? So here we are trying to take the delay of 5 milliseconds. So and we are using the timer 0 so that we can create a pulse width of 5 millisecond, and port we are using is P2. You can see here we are supposed to create a pulse width of 5 milliseconds on port 2. So the crystal frequency we have been given is 11.0592. So with the given frequency, first we have to find out the timer frequency from that period. So then just look at the steps what we have. So first the crystal frequency we have been given is 11.0592 megahertz, right? From this we will find out the timer frequency, which is equal to 1 by 12th of 11.0592, which is equal to 921.6 kilohertz. Right, 921.6 kilohertz. With this value you can find out the period, which is equal to 1 by f. So 1 by 921.6 will get us 1.085 microsecond. Therefore with the crystal frequency of 11.0592, the period what we have is 1.085 microsecond. The desired time delay what we need for this example is 5 millisecond. So divide this 5 millisecond by 1.085 microsecond, for which we will get the value as 4608. We'll get the value as 4608. So now subtract this number with the maximum, that is 65,536 minus 4608, which gets us 60,928. Convert this 60,928 into hexa, which gets us the value EE00, where EE has to be loaded into TH and 00 has to be loaded into TL. So these are the steps we have to follow. First we will find out the period, then desired time delay divided by the period, we will get the decimal value. We will subtract this value from the maximum, so we will get one more value. Convert that value into the hexa so that we will get this hexa value, which is to be loaded as the initial value into the program, into your TH and TL of the program. Just now I showed you the calculation. The value what we got it as EE00, right? We got it as EE00. Therefore EE has to be loaded into TH and 00 has to be loaded into TL, and we are using timer 0. We are using timer 0. So now you can see here we have used even port 2. So this is the program we have written. So we have initially made this port 2 to be 0. Then we are using the timer 0 and mode 1. Though we have loaded the initial values into TH and TL. Just now I showed you the calculation where we got it as EE and 00. Now we are saying set B so that we can make this port 2 to be high so that it can take the input. Now we are using timer 0, so we will be using bit, that is TR0, that is your run control bit, so that you can start your timer. Then every time we will be keep on checking out the overflow flag, that is TF0, so that if it is set that if it is becoming 1, then we have to stop the timer, right? So we will be keep on checking TF0. Once it is raising, that once this TF1 has become 1, then the registers what we are using, this run control bit and overflow flag bit, it will be cleared so that we can start the second round of calculation. So this is how we can find out the initial value and load it into your registers TH and TL and write the program. Let's go with the second example where we have taken the crystal frequency of 22 megahertz. So you can see here the frequency is 22 megahertz and it has been asked like you have to generate a frequency of 100 kilohertz on pin port 2, and we are using timer 1 in mode 1. We will be using timer 1 in mode 1. So if the given frequency is 100 kilohertz, that is what you are trying to generate a square wave, and the crystal frequency is 22 megahertz. So again we have to load the initial values into TH and TL, and we are using timer 1 and mode 1. So we will be using timer 1 now. So let's calculate the initial values which has to be loaded into the TH and TL. Steps are same. So first we will take out the crystal frequency. The crystal frequency we have been given is 22 megahertz, right? So the timer frequency can be calculated as 1 by 12th of crystal frequency, for which we will get it as 1.83 megahertz. With this you can calculate the period, which is t is equal to 1 by f. 1 by 1.83 megahertz will get us 0.546 microsecond. 0.546 microsecond. This is the period for the crystal frequency 22 megahertz we have. Now in the question it has been given that we have a 100 kilohertz square wave. Now find out the period for this now. So given frequency is 100 kilohertz. Period can be calculated as t is equal to 1 by f, nothing but 1 by 100k, for which you will get it as 10 microsecond. So this 10 microsecond what we have, this is for both higher portion and lower portion. Therefore for each portion we can say that it is 5 microsecond. 5 for higher and 5 for lower. So therefore for each portion you need 5 microsecond of delay. So with 5 microsecond of delay, the period what we have calculated as 0.546 microsecond. So divide the desired delay with your period, that is 0.546 microsecond, for which you will get the value as 9. That is nothing but 9 cycles you need. Now take this number, subtract it with highest maximum value, that is 65,536 minus 9. So when we do this you will get the value as 65,527. Convert this value to hexa, where you will get it as F7. So FF will be loaded into TH and F7 will be loaded into TL. So this is how we can calculate the initial value. So with the given 22 megahertz, first we found out the frequency, then we have found out the time, what is the period, then we took out the square wave frequency, we found out what is the desired delay we want, we divided the desired delay with the period, and then we found out the value, that is in decimal, we subtracted it with maximum value. For that value what we have got it as answer, converted that answer into hexa, that is the initial value which is supposed to be loaded into higher value, that is TH and TL. You can see here now we are using timer 1 and mode 1. The initial value calculation just now I showed. So since we are using timer 1, so the registers we will be using is TH1 and TL1. So TH1 will be loaded with FF and TL1 will be loaded with F7, and we are saying set BTR1, nothing but starting your timer. And again we will keep on continuing the status of your overflow flag, so that if it is raised, that if it is becoming 1, so that we can stop with the timer. So this is continuously checking the overflow flag. So once it has become 1, you can clear your timer and clear your TF1. So here we are saying complement P2.3 because we want this higher portion and lower portion, that is what we want it to toggle. That is why we are saying complement. CPL is nothing but complement your port, and once the TF has been arrived, you will make TR and TF to be 0, so that we can go for the second cycle, and once it is done you will go with back, right? That is the, again you have to go for the second round of calculation. That is what we have shown here. We will take one more example. So here we are trying to create a square wave with the on time of 3 millisecond and off time of 10 millisecond on all pins of port 0. On time is 3, off is 10, and we are using port 0, and we have taken the crystal frequency as 22 megahertz. You can see here crystal frequency is 22 megahertz, on is 3 millisecond and off is 10 millisecond. So again we have to find out the initial values which has to be loaded for off period and on period. So we'll start up the calculation. So the given crystal frequency is 22 megahertz. So now first we will calculate the values which are supposed to be used for off time. So for off time calculation, you can see that the off time period has been given as 10 milliseconds. So the desired time delay is 10 milliseconds. So with 22 megahertz as the crystal frequency, in the previous example we calculated the period, right? The period for this will be 0.546 micro. So desired delay divided by the period 0.546 microsecond, which gets us the value of 18,315. So take this value, subtract it with maximum. So we'll get the number as 47221. Convert this to hexa, where we get the value as B87H. When you convert this 47221 to hexa, you get it stored in TH, and this value has to be stored in TL. So this is what off time calculation. Similarly, we'll go with on time. So for on time, the desired time delay is 3 millisecond, right? Divided by the period, what we have is 0.546 microsecond. So we get the value, this is 45494. So subtract it with maximum, where you get the value as 60042. Convert this to hexa, you'll get it as EA 8A. So EA has to be stored in TH and 8A has to be stored in TL. So you can see the program here. We are using timer 0 and mode 1. So that is what we have shown, timer 0 and mode 1. Next you can see for off time. So just now I have showed the calculation. So the calculation answer, what we got it as in hexa, was B875. So the initial value has been loaded into TH and TL as B875. Next we are making the port P0 as 00, and we are calling a subroutine. So when we are saying a call delay, so we'll be moving to the subroutine over here, that is set BTR, not nothing but we are starting the timer, right? So we'll keep on continuing with checking out the status of your overflow flag. So second part of the program, here you can see here, it is loaded with on time. It is loaded with the on time value. Just now I showed the calculation with on time. So the value what EA 8A, right? So we got the value, what we got it was EA 8A. That is what we have loaded into the higher value and lower value. Again we are making this port 1 to carry the inputs. That is why we have made it as FF1. Again we are calling the subroutine so that we can control bit and overflow flag bit, so that we can go with the second round of counting, a second round of calculation, right? So now this ORG, it is to say that this is the beginning of your address. The address, beginning address, we have taken it as 300 in hexa, and return, that is RET, that is to return to your main program from subroutine, and end says this is the end of your assembly language. So now we calculated the initial values for the on time and off time. We have loaded them into TH and TL. So and we have used the timer 0 and in mode 1. Status of your overflow flag, so that we can make sure whether we have to stop or we have to continue. This is how we can do the programming in mode 1.